all in one place, the books we've reviewed this week. Click on a link to take you to our review, or to purchase it on iBooks or Amazon. Arrival Sema Healy, author of Whistle in the Dark, Emily Gray photography, Just Let Me Look at You, on Fatherhood, Bill Gaston, Hamish Hamilton, Bob Gaston, Lifetime Sears executive, was a drunk, a bigot, a liar, a blowhard. One arena in which father and son could connect was in a boat, mooching for salmon. And so the son, at age 60, goes on a solo fishing trip to rediscover his dad. A tender, brutal memoir of a father by one of our finest writers. Read the star's review here. Article continued below. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. The home for wayward parrots, Jerusalem, newest press Gumbo Guillemot has longed to find his birth parents since he was a child, in Saanich, BC. Now in his 30s, he has connected with Kim, his biological mother, along with 3 half-siblings and their loved ones. But Kim is cagey about the identity of Dumbo's birth father, possibly with good reason. A bittersweet tale of eccentricity and delayed development. Read the star's review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. Article continued below. Attitude, the joys. This is a best-of collection of 50 columns, beginning in 2002 when his last child was born, ending last September when his wife, Posh, learns she has more chemotherapy ahead. Read the star's review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. Devil's Day, Andrew Michael Hurley, John Murray. It is in the Endlands, a place out of time, where a long procession of fathers and sons work the land, that John, an academic, takes his wife, Kat, summoned by his father to attend the funeral of the gaffer, John's grandfather. They arrive on the eve of Devil's Day, a dark October festival commemorating a blizzard a century before when evil took hold and left 13 people dead. Now it is a day for children, until this year. Read the star's review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. One Day You'll Thank Me, Lessons from an Unexpected Fatherhood, David McLean. Counterpoint. In this book are 21 essays on fatherhood from a man who recalls his relationship with his father with deep fondness. He has 2 sons, born within 2 years, each inconveniently, the first when he was a graduate student, the second when he was a young academic trying to establish himself. McLean is a fine writer who brings to life the small pleasures of family life, mediating warfare between his boys. Read the star's review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. Reviews and interview show democracy ends. David Runciman. The election of Donald Trump and the rise of nationalist, populist movements in Europe are phenomena that have led many to question the health of Western politics. The direst warnings heard today draw comparisons between what's happening now and the rise of tyrants such as Hitler and Stalin. For Runciman, however, such analogies are overdrawn. Instead, he suggests what we are experiencing is a well-established democracy beset by a midlife crisis. Read the star's review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. The only story, Julian Barnes. Paul loves Susan and Susan loves Paul. The only problem is that Susan is already married to Gordon. And she's 48 years old while Paul is only 19. Nevertheless, Susan explains early on, everyone has their love story. Everyone. It may have been a fiasco, it may have fizzled out, it may never even have got going, it may have been all in the mind. That doesn't make it any less real. Barnes takes us from the flowering to the falling off of an affair that falls prey to the most commonplace of human follies. Read the star's review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. Whistle in the Dark, Emma Healy's faux thriller novel opens with Lana in the hospital, having been discovered in a farmer's field after going missing. Lana is unable to tell anyone what happened to her. We learned that Lana harms herself, that she is no stranger to therapists' offices. But what is not clear is what events led to her vanishing or what happened while she was gone. Whistle in the Dark is troubling and deeply affecting novel about mothers, daughters and depression. Read the Star's review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. Women in Criminal Justice, edited by William Trudell. What makes the stories in this collection different from the first three is that all the stories here are written by women. Read the Star's review here. Buy it on Amazon here. The weather detective Peter Wohlleben. First two books, The Hidden Life of Trees and The Inner Life of Animals, bring readers life research and scientific information that helps us understand the world around us. Clearly, he struck a chord. Both books shot to the bestseller lists in North America and stayed there. The Weather Detective, Rediscovering Nature's Secret Signs, encourages us to look at nature to understand what trees, the garden and animals can tell us about the weather. Read the Star's review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. Bruce Lee, Matthew Polly. When Matthew Polly began research for his biography of the late great Chinese-American martial arts icon Bruce Lee, he made a wish list of people to interview. Despite the fact that Lee, who died suddenly in 1973, a year after Way of the Dragon was released, remains an enigmatic figure, Polly's book is the first comprehensive biography of the action hero. Not just for fight fanatics, Bruce Lee is a singular portrait of a complex family man whose mastery of martial arts was almost topped by his cha-cha moves on the dance floor. Read the Star's review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. Science fiction The Robots of Gotham, Todd McCalty's debut novel is a massive, fast-paced, action-packed epic, with robots. In the year 2083, the world's geopolitical order has been shaken up by the rise of sentient machines, with many countries now being ruled by godlike sovereign AIs, and robots of all different shapes, sizes and functionality rubbing shoulders in the streets with humans. What makes The Robots of Gotham such a great ride is its sheer narrative drive. Read the Star's review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. Gatecrashers, Patrick S. Tomlinson's book begins with a distant exploration vessel discovering a mysterious alien device, setting off alarm bells back on Earth. Patrick Tomlinson obviously enjoyed jamming a whole season's worth of Star Trek material into a single comic space opera, and it adds up to a whole lot of fun for the reader too. Read the Star's review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here. The Book of M. Pung Shepherd. In the Book of M we find ourselves again on this blighted road, traveling through an American landscape ravaged by a plague that steals people's memories along with their shadows. In her first novel, Pung Shepherd stays on what is mostly familiar ground, telling a story reminiscent of books like Stephen King's The Stand, Emily Street, John Mandel's Station 11. Read the Star's review here. Buy it on iBooks here. Summerland, Hanu Rajan, Yemi. And this alternate history, the year is 1938, and death is no longer the end. Instead, lucky stiffs have their tickets punched to an afterlife in the ethereal dimension next door. It's a complicated premise, and Hanu Rajanima layers an even more complex spy story on top of it. Together, the living and the dead have to unravel a plot involving lots of international intrigue. Read the Star's review here. Buy it on Amazon here. Buy it on iBooks here.